What does it take to get into the highest echelon of speed in the sprinting world? Some would say it takes years and years of commitment to your craft, long hours of block work, heavy lifting, top speed maintenance training, and finding your transition points to perfection. Reaching such a level is never easy, and if you're bold enough to reach the very top at any point, you will likely need to put in endless work, and after years of sacrifice, pain, and competitive drive, then you very well could find yourself in the history books. Or you could just have a crazy amount of natural talent and have very little training behind you. Because this is actually what we're seeing in a small track meet in Goliad, Texas right now. Because one high schooler just dropped a time that is already placing him as one of the quickest athletes in prep history. And the wild part is that this is apparently his first ever 100 meters. This is Keegan Hicks from Edna High School, and in what he says is his first ever 100 meters in a real competitive environment, he just achieved a time of 10.14 seconds. 10.14 seconds from a high schooler places him just outside of the top 10 fastest prep times in the history of the United States. And again, to do this in your debut is just some wild behavior. Now, the reason that Hicks has not been tearing up the track over the past few years is because he's been quite busy with football, and to no surprise, he has found some solid success because of his speed, outrunning pretty much anyone that tries to challenge him on the gridiron, and this speed immediately puts the defense to shame. Hicks is clearly talented, and he just might have a future with football, but 10.14 seconds is no joke, and given that his top speed maintenance is clearly elite as well, I think it's safe to say that he can run significantly faster than this 10.14. Out of the blocks, Hicks was right in the middle of the pack here, and over the opening 20 or 30 meters, he was looking competitive, but by the halfway point, he was already pushing into the lead. But then, over the second half, he only continued to separate all the way to the finish. Top speed like this is a gift. Some of the best athletes in the history of sprinting have top speed abilities that go completely unmatched, and whenever you have this gift, it could be the start of something special. Now, unfortunately, there was no official wind reading for this competition, but I have a slight suspicion that there was a decent amount of wind present. If you listen to the audio in this race, where the athletes are going just past the halfway point, there does seem to be a decent amount of gusting going on where it affects the audio. Given that this is Texas, it would not be surprising at all for there to have been a decent wind well over the 2.0 meters per second limit. In fact, based on a few speedy Texas performances in the past, this seems undeniably plausible. But we still do not have that information right now. Either way, to see separation like this at a Texas competition is quite rare, and at 10.14 seconds, only the best of the best have ever run faster in high school. Keegan Hicks is clearly talented, and I am very eager to see what he does next. And now I would love to hear from all of you. What do you take away from this performance from Keegan Hicks? Do you think he's the next 100 great coming out of high school? Do you think he could challenge the 10-second barrier? And what do you think about the wind in this race? I think it was present, probably over 2.0, but either way, I would love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for watching, everyone. Until next time.